Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 1 Revisit Commentary. Now we're on the second act of Sky Chase. And because of the chaos emerald inside the engine, your defenses are a little better than before. Not that that matters, because nothing really, threatens you in this stage, so it's fine. You're good, you're good. In fact, you can even take Eggman's death laser from the egg carrier just fine, and it won't do any more than what the ship does to you, or one of the bombs floating in the air.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can take a full laser and it does the same amount of damage as the planes and the bombs do.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's intentional because a big point of this plane is that it's powered by a chaos.
You see, I never noticed that this plane took less damage than the other one anyway. So.
I never noticed that you could take damage.
Oh no, I took damage plenty, but I didn't know.
I like how the lock-on system is just wave your cursor around over things while holding down the button as if it's your computer mouse. And
I fucking love it.
Hold
It's so
A
much
to
fun.
charge your laser.
Press A to win.
the only thing you really need to watch out for is that you can only lock onto so many things at once, so you gotta let go of the button once you've locked onto a bunch. But
it's
getting
honestly
the
the
memory of
same.
playing
It's
this
the
in
same as Gamma and the Max and SI2, really.
yeah, getting the emblems in this is mostly a matter of points, if I remember correctly. So you gotta lock onto a lot of stuff and blow stuff up.
Were you saying something earlier, Clement?
I was just saying, I always have a memory of playing this stage in the hot summer, and I always had like a fan in my room, and like I would always like purposefully aim it right in front of my face whenever I was playing the Sky Chase level.
See, when I
To make yourself feel like you're
for
riding
a second
plane.
there, I thought
Yeah.
Clement was just doing a humble brag. I've always had a fan in my room telling me how great I am, so I put him in front of my face when I'm playing Sky Chase.
It's kind of like playing a pirate game, and you've got one of those spray bottles with a fan on it. So whenever you're on deck of the ship, you're spraying yourself in the face with a fan.
Pants are on standby with liters of water.
I've said again, I like this mini game. I think it's fun, and I love this music track is one of my favorite tracks in the entire soundtrack.
Man, to think that at one point in time, this sort of misty cloud stuff you're flying through and the fire from the jets and all was so graphically
What do
impressive.
you mean, once upon a time? This is
And now
still, I'm still immersed. It's fantastic. Get fucked, Unleashed. You don't have low polygon clouds in my face.
The Unleashed version of Sky Chase baffles me to this day because most of the time when games resort to, quick time events, it's like, they're trying to make a cool cinematic moment that you have some interactivity to. The Sky Chase version of QuickTime events in Sonic Unleashed might as well be going to the arcade machine in Shenmue and playing like Super QTE 2 or whatever that was called, where it's literally just a button that appears on screen that you have to hit.
We should say here, of course, there was a deleted boss where like some kind of robot dragon came out and attacked Sonic and Tails, but Sega...
The model
Yes.
is still in there, but it's not
It
coded.
would have made Act 2 feel a little more worth it because it's basically the
wonder-
same minigame.
I wonder if that's where the Egg Wyvern in
Possible.
06 came from, like they were bringing that concept back.
You can totally look at it as like a prototype version
It's
of
on
it.
YouTube.
And even though I think like you can find the video of it in action on a video of the model in action because it doesn't like actually work. But the big point of focus for the design was that it had a chaos emerald in the chest. And folks were wondering, well, wait, why does the dragon have a chaos emerald? Wouldn't Eggman just give that to Chaos?
Yeah,
immediately?
it might be something that they had for the game before they conceptualized Chaos.
So one thing that the DX version fucks up on. So at that point, when the plane is starting to land, you can see kind of like it's almost like it's becoming magnetized to the egg carrier. In the DX version, the fucking wings just clip into the egg carrier as it lands, and it looks so fucking terrible. That's why the Dreamcast version is better, Ted. Get fucked.
To be fair, in any version of the game, nothing except the egg carrier's wings looks particularly interesting. I was never a fan of the egg carrier's design once you're up on top of it and stuff. Yeah, that facial expression is.
Well, that's more just due to the fact to me that the adventure fields in this game are a waste of time. So I just kind of would have rather went straight to the
I mean, unless you're going after the
How?
What am I really going after the
For the
emblems
Metal
for?
Sonic skin, Ryan. The Metal Sonic skin.
Yeah.
If you're playing the GameCube version for some Game Gear games, god damn it.
Oh boy, like any of them are worth it
or,
after Sonic 1.
Well, I was gonna say.
Why does he
Mission
turn
Road
around for?
DX,
Why the
I
fuck
guess.
does he spin around?
Glad
I don't.
to
It's
know
because
that
he's
still
on.
happens.
It's because he's on sloped terrain.
That was a premonition, guys, for the most glitchiest,
Dude, I
glorious
fucking
level in
love
the game.
Skydeck.
This
Fuck
level
you,
sucks.
Ted. This level's amazing.
Wait,
No, I agree.
Oh,
This is the
you
worst
two-
level in the
you
game.
two-
I don't like
you
this
two are
level.
This
dumb.
level,
You two are fucking
it's
dumb. I'm sorry.
it's tolerable as Sonic and Tails. As Knuckles, it makes me want to punch things. I hate Skydeck more than any.
Well,
SA
good. You're Knuckles. You're supposed to punch things.
Well, okay, that's true. That's true. Granted, but
Oh, Johnny, you and Knuckles there.
Skydeck.
yeah.
Skydeck is the best. Also, I'm pretty sure that should not have been coded to be standable, but apparently it was.
we
Man.
just saw one of the weird things that can happen in this level, where Sonic will reach certain parts of the ground and will speed up dramatically, and then slow down, and then speed up again. And it's like it happens. I think if you take the long way to this. Oh, actually, no. It's this section coming up right here where you go down the ramp. It's like.
Yeah.
What?
It's like,
So,
like
yeah,
this,
skip that
again,
crap.
That's what I'm talking about. The geometry is too narrow. Because climbing down that stairwell or the ramp is just so awkward.
Wait,
My palms were sweating
what was,
there.
He's weak,
What
arms
was
are
with the
heavy.
curveball?
Because that ladder breaks when you climb on it.
I know it climbs on it, but then it goes like whoosh, whoosh, and you're supposed to let go of
we
it
just-
and
we
jump
just-
onto the
Yeah, I
highest
know.
one.
Be quiet for a second so I can listen to this music track.
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah. It's like as I don't like the level that much.
I would
either,
say,
but this is
one
my favorite
thing
tracks,
that
like, Sky
SA1 and SA2 did, I love the fact that on the soundtrack they would, instead of this just being called like Skydeck 1, they give an actual name. This music track is called Skydeck A Go Go, and that's a fucking amazing name for a music track. I do.
Wow.
I think this level. I think this level's
10
fun. I think
years
this level
younger.
is because you know what I like about this. It's like all the giant cannon. It has an element of immediate danger that most Sonic levels don't have, and I like that.
This part can go screw itself though, because
Yeah, you know, I kind of have a small panic attack when I realize I missed the checkpoint. But then I'm also like, oh wait, I'm 2 feet ahead of it. I'm too late. I can't go back now.
I always felt it was super finicky trying to like grab onto any of the things so that you're not blown off of the wind. Not to mention that it's usually just easier to keep homing attacking anyway, because you're not going to fall off if you keep on doing that.
Yeah, here's a fun fact though about this part. This part right here. As soon as you get on the ladder, the level behind you unloads. Like the graphic is still there, but you will fall right through it
Just
if
like in
you
real
decide
life.
to go backwards.
You can't go, Johnny.
It's
You can't
just
go
like
back,
in
my friend. You
real
gotta keep
life.
going forward.
Now where's my Adventure 1 remake?
Stop quoting Ariana Grande song, Sega, and fucking give us an SA1 remix.
I like how the egg carrier is suddenly so much wider and longer the moment you're in the
It's
level.
like it's like on the
It's
adventure
like,
field, Sonic can literally run through the entire thing in 12 seconds. But now it's gonna take us fucking half an hour and go through several different levels to get from one side to the other.
Yeah, it's like, you know, every level in a Sonic game is Time Lord technology. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
So you know
even
what?
if it's outdoor.
To go from something Ted
What?
tweeted about the other day about negative, empty space can make a game feel good. When they remake SA1, please build the egg carrier to scale. So we have to, to go from one side to the other on top of it, we have to realistically run across all this stuff, and then that way Ted will like it because it'll be more like Banjo-Tooie.
Well, okay, well,
The camera in this section
Yes.
makes me want to barf.
it does.
Which is why I do this. Because I agree, my least favorite part of this stage is that ladder climb. and the camera angles and the
So
wonky
just
gravity you have
just
to
spin
do
dash
it.
skip until you
So-
get it right.
so-
Yeah, it is just much faster to do that.
So-
Oh, is there there's an invisible wall? Oh,
So-
You almost made
well,
it.
he can just go right there out of the
yeah, I
button.
can just go right here. This
So
this
when
skips
I
the
say,
entire
when I
thing
say I
still.
like Skydeck, really just the first half, not so much this.
Johnny, Tails, you're standing on nothing, buddy.
I'm just watching
you okay?
Dad.
Really for watching you.
That last section, by the way, you could totally tell it was designed for Knuckles.
Well, see,
Yeah, that's-
Designed,
what's
quote-unquote.
great though is the reason why the gravity keeps fucking is because Sonic and Knuckles are in that level at the same time. Knuckles is fucking around with the levers when Sonic's in the level, which is a really fucking nice touch. Which the first time playing it you won't realize it, but then when you play with Knuckles you're like, oh, I get it.
That's at the same time though. If you're Knuckles, I would like Sonic to say
Stop
something in
fucking
the stage.
doing
like,
that!
Knuckles, what the fuck are you doing?
It's a neat idea. I just wish it didn't make both levels
Oh,
intolerable.
yeah, I mean, I won't lie. The camera, the
Agreed.
camera is almost beyond unbearable in the second half of Skydeck. I can't deny that. So at this point, does
Well, that's
Eggman
a
take this chaos emerald from the bird's mouth? Does he just like?
I always thought it was
It's on his
in
necklace.
the thingy, the
That
necklace.
model
Yeah,
is
the pendant
fucking
around
bigger
his
than the
neck.
bird is. There's no way in fucking hell he's keeping it in there.
Well, it's pocket space. Damn it.
This is the series where the Master Emerald changes size every
No, only
13
in
hours.
SA2, only in your favorite game, Ted. Get fucked.
No, it's a
forgot
different size in Sonic 3 than it is in Sonic Adventure than it is in
forgot.
SA2.
Lewis, they didn't fix the Robotonic.
Yeah, Robotonic. That
Robotonic.
horrible caption misspelling that has survived every single part of this
Lewis,
game.
that was just a reference to Song of the Fighters. Dr. Robotonic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What was
Robotonic.
it called? Robotonic there?
Defeat the evil Robotonic. I want to say, so this boss is beyond terrible, but the cutscene that follows it, my very first interaction with SA1, I was in kind of a kind of like independent game store. I'm like 10 years old, and the store has a Japanese version of SA1, and just this cutscene is playing with like the fucking, you know, the rock music and the robot that falls down. I thought this was the coolest fucking thing in the world the first time I saw it, but then I discovered boobs and I gave up on it.
You needed to get out more, Gareth. It's so again, I don't want to be too negative here, but going back to these cutscenes is hard because if you compare, not even just the voice acting being bad and the script being cheesy, because that's all of them.
I
That's
like the
every
voice
Sonic
acting,
game.
but I would say I am probably like the game does the control, the level design. I can take off my nostalgia glasses. I don't think I can with the voice acting. I think I do legitimately enjoy the voice acting in this game, which I admit was probably more me. But to go for the cutscenes, instead, regardless of comparing this to SA2, compare the cutscenes in this game to fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like Conker's Bad Fur Day has like everything is individually animated. It's perfectly lip synced. I know technically this was a launch game for the Dreamcast, and Conker's Bad Fur Day was one of the last games for the N64. But for a console with like half the power of the Dreamcast, it's fucking embarrassing. And this game came out after Bad Fur Day as well. So it's
It is incredibly
Yeah, you bring up Conquer, I bring up Crash,
Even-
like Crash Bandicoot.
Not
especially.
even just that, like even games with text, like I'm thinking off the top of my head, Ocarina of Time, they made an effort in that game to try to make the shots look cinematic. You know, like even stuff like, you know, when you're watching like Link talk to the Deku Tree, they like have the camera pan and
Ted,
stuff.
to be fair, the cutscenes in this game, the camera is always moving. The camera is very rarely
kinda-
Yeah,
It
but
kinda
it doesn't.
feels
It's
like-
not placed in any way that's satisfying.
Honestly, it kind of feels like the cutscenes we got in this game, in this game, were like the alpha version storyboard stand-ins for actual cutscenes that they never got around to adding.
I wanted a cutscene of Eggman in this chair, his little train chair. It's adorable.
Chair goes forward, chair goes back.
Johnny, why
Chair
did you
goes
not
forward,
add
chair
in the
goes back.
Transformers sound effect here, you fucking hack?
The thing that always confused me about this ship though for the longest time was the pool. It's like, why is there a pool?
I love the fact that Eggman has a bedroom.
Why?
Eggman has
I
a
love
fucking
the pool.
bedroom on the egg carrier. That's amazing.
Well, that makes sense.
my
Maybe he's
favorite
gotta sleep, but Why does he need a pool?
That's my favorite thing. They showed like Eggman, if he's flying around, he likes to go swimming, he likes to read, he has a bed to sleep in. Like they actually designed this fun little world for him.
He has a egomatic hobby horse, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, on the Hedgehog hammer.
That's something
Yeah.
that...
That awesome
that's
game.
something in SA1. I think they kind of put more... SA1 and Unleashed, I think, put the most effort into making an actual world. You know, it's like in SA2, aside from the levels, there's no real thought put into like how these things connect to each other, type of thing. Which you know, you could completely say that in a Sonic game doesn't need that. Just give me good levels, that's fine. But I love the fact that they thought about fucking Eggman needs a bedroom. He needs some kind of hobby to have. Let's make him fucking swim. I love that.
They also added to the mythology of Sonic by actually explaining why the Master Emerald is keeping like Angel Island afloat and what's up with the Emerald, and there's a fucking blue chaos monster inside of it,
Again, this is one of those bosses where if Eggman did fucking nothing, Chaos would kill Sonic. Like, Eggman, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I've had times where I throw it into his face and it doesn't do anything, though.
I think the best thing, though, is that if you just hit several bombs
Sonic,
before
what?
throwing one, you can just pick up the other bombs that are still lying around and throw them directly into his mouth, and he won't have
Yeah,
time
because
to
I
do
think
anything.
the active ones do disappear after you.
The active ones fly
you
up
freeze
into the
it.
sky, but if you hit several, the ones that you hit will remain on the ground.
I didn't know that doing the super duper attack, whatever the hell it's called, did more damage though.
Greetings at your spontaneous arrival. Hand appendage.
Now,
I am most ecstatic if you were slow, but eventually
You can
I
talk
am
about
concerned that something
polygon
is
count and
oriented.
all, but for some reason, Knuckles' model in the DX version
Cease
always
your advancement at
didn't
once.
look right to
Return to
me.
your original position.
I really do prefer his Dreamcast model. Not really sure
The
why.
only thing I don't like about the Dreamcast model is that his head is pretty fucking big. Like, his dreads are really thick.
Yeah, and
I think
they
the
sort
DX
of,
model attempts to make it more like the SA2 model.
They sort of emphasize the roundness of a lot of things in the DX version, and in Knuckles' case, that removes a lot of the sharpness from his expression. You know.
Oh yeah, which gets leads to some pretty fucking derpy faces.
He's
in his
just
movie.
got gigantism. Leave him alone,
yeah.
Johnny. Like, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Good old Knucklehead.